the Tampa Rays have a real problem. And I want to talk about the Tampa Bay Rays right now. Tell you that they've got a new ballpark that was already agreed to that they are trying to build in St. Petersburg that is due to open in 2028. It is very difficult for me to convince you that a new ballpark in St. Petersburg will provide the relief that baseball and Tampa has so badly wanted to fix what ails them. Poor attendance, low revenue, low payrolls. New stadiums haven't been the panacea for over a decade. We couldn't even say it was going to be the panacea in Miami when our new ballpark opened in 2012, and we were right. What are the chances that St. Petersburg somehow wakens from its slumber because there is a new, beautiful ballpark? We'll find out. But the question is, what else is going on in St. Petersburg? And the answer is tremendous cleanup from a hurricane, a hugely expensive undertaking. Litigation will be coming with insurance companies. It is years. About 7 years ago, maybe it's 8 years ago now, there was a hurricane in South Florida. There was damage done to the Marlins Park roof. Miami-Dade and the city of Miami would not submit that damage to their insurance. Remember, it is a county-owned building. The Trop in Tampa is not owned by the Rays. Those buildings are insured, but by the government. But when you submit a claim, it's much like you personally. When you submit a claim, sometimes you choose not to because the premiums will go up, because you'll be looked at as high risk. And when you do submit an insurance claim, you also may know that they don't say, hey, no problem. What bank should I wire that money into? Insurance companies take your money. If you're late by a day, you're not insured. And when it comes time to give you the money, it is a fight. In our case, the fight didn't even happen because the public entity would not even submit the roof damage. And it was a damage that we had to fix. Do you think that Tampa is going to put $50 million or St. Petersburg into a building that is finished? What are they trying to make it like Olympic Stadium? They're going to do a bunch of other events. People do some rolling, maybe get some car shows and spend that type of money? No. Trop, gone. Redevelopment in St. Petersburg. The real estate play that Stu Sternberg, the owner of the Rays, is doing by being willing to invest so much private money into a new ballpark in a place where there is no guarantee that from a baseball standpoint it works. That means you have to have another reason to do the deal because Stu Sternberg is no fool. So if he is doing a real estate play, then there are very tight financials that are not baseball based, and you can't screw around with those financials by dropping an extra 50 on a fiberglass roof in a building where you don't make a penny. As a matter of fact, you lose. And if the public says, hey, Stu, we'll pay for the repairs of the Trop, but every dollar we put in there is a dollar we don't give you for the new stadium. No, thanks. That's a trade I'd like not to make. So now what? Now Tampa, the reason why they're being so quiet in their front office, they don't have the plan done yet. They've got to get a plan of where to play. It's their responsibility. When you buy a team, you sign an agreement, like a franchise agreement, like you're buying a McDonald's. You know, if you buy McDonald's, you promise, or Chick-fil-A, I'll be closed Sunday. I promise. McDonald's, I guarantee you I'll use the special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and I'll do it on a sesame seed bun. When you buy a baseball team, you promise that you'll have a place to play. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Tampa Bay needs to find a place to play because it's not going to be the Trop. If you think that that's going to be repaired by March, then you are Woody Johnson. If you believe that the Trop is going to be repaired in time for any game next season, then you are just flat out misinformed, potentially delusional. If you are living right now in Raleigh, Montreal, Nashville, and you think, this is it, baby, we're getting the Rays. Nope. NGTH, not going to happen. The Tampa Bay Rays will end up playing in a spring training facility in Florida. And yes, they'll get wet. And yes, they'll get hot, just like we did a pro player from 1993 until 2012. Yes, there will be rain delays. Yes, there will be two major league teams, Tampa and Oakland, irony of ironies, playing in minor league facilities or spring training facilities. Yes, it remains unlikely that Tampa will sell out even a field as big as Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, which to me would be make the most sense for them to play. The union will have to approve anything, as well as Major League Baseball, any decision that Tampa makes about where to play. Anytime there's a reduction in revenue or a potential reduction in revenue or a potential reduction in shared revenue, then all stakeholders have a say. If the Tampa Bay Rays are going to have to take on more revenue sharing, which is amazing, or they're going to have fewer ways to make playoff money if they make the playoffs, which they're more apt to do than the Oakland A's. But the reason, don't kid yourself, that there's an issue of playing playoff baseball in Sacramento is come playoff time, you need more people, you need higher gate revenue because that's the type of revenue that gets split with the union, with the players. The union is rooting for teams like the Marlins playing a pro player where we get $60,000 a game for 3 home games. Yahtzee. It's a brilliant amount of share that gets distributed to the players. So I'm going to give you an official wait to see here, just so you have it and we can be very clear. The Rays will be playing in a spring training stadium next season. Wait to see. We'll have more on the Tampa situation, but while the hurricane may be gone, it's a good lesson. It's past the broccoli thing. Look at the picture of that roof. The issue that stays with you when you have been hit by something like a natural disaster, it stays for weeks, months, years.